Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of RageQuitTV casting game number 3 of the ESV TV Korean Weekly Season 3 Week 4 Finals. Oh my god, is that a mouthful to say? We have Slayers.Coca versus Liquid Taeja, a TVZ on Ohana with Coca in the lead 2-0 right now. Game number 1, he won with some beautiful bird baneling play on Cloud Kingdom, and it was a macro game. Those banelings were just so good. Game number 2, he won with Cheese. He did go for Roach, Ling, Bane all in against Taeja, who has been playing a little bit greedy. And Coco was like, okay, well, if you're going to play greedy, I'm just going to win the game right then and there. There's no need to engage you in a macro game if I don't have to. So Taeja most likely will be playing a little bit safer to this game since Coca did go for a Cheese last game. We see Coca's first overload. He is going to be doing an extractor trick yet again. And that overload is going to be going over so he can suicide himself in later to Taeja's base. And most likely Coca will go for a 15 expansion. I don't think he's going to go for a gas and get speedlings early on just because speedling or not, you're going to get contained by Hellions on this map. So many Zergs favor the gasless expand. And we see maybe another 13 racks coming out of Taeja. Or he's just going to go for a command center first. So he is going to go command center first on this map. And this is relatively easy to defend. You only got one ramp into your natural. Once you wall this off, take out these rocks. Only have one entrance into your third base. So Ling run-bys are very hard to execute. The Zerg player, though, can set up for some beautiful flanks. This is a very wide open map. So Zerglings always have a chance to go behind the army, get a flank. They can't necessarily run around the army, go for a counter attack just because there's always going to be some sort of defense at this third base, and it's very cost effective for Terran to defend that. We do have Taeja again going for a 15 CC, and also maybe this was a 14. No, it looks like it was 15 CC. There we go, a 16 racks following that. But he places this on the low ground, so if Coca puts on any aggression whatsoever before that finishes, that command center is good as dead. Also, he could delay it by drone scouting, which it doesn't look like he's doing. He's actually sending out his second overlord to go up by this third base. And this one drone looks like he is going off to scout. See if he sees an SCV because he doesn't have a drone right here, so he has to scout. And it looks like he is just going to be holding the watchtower, sees the SCV coming by, so now he knows there's an SCV, one drone going down, just watching for bunkers, starts mining minerals while he waits for the SCV to come. And this is so smart play, does allow Coca to have two Overlord scouts, and the Overlord that sits by the natural is really not needed once it goes up. So as long as you know where the SCV is, know you're not getting bunker rushed, you don't need this Overlord. So that's why we see Coca just sending that one drone to this watchtower looking for the SCV, sees the SCV, sends another drone down here, says, nope, you can't build a bunker. Taeja's like, the joke's on you. I didn't want to build a bunker anyways. I'm just going to go for a 20 command center. So he goes for a CC first into a 1 racks fast expand at 430. This is a ridiculously fast third base out of Taeja. I know I said you can defend this third base easily, but to defend it, you have to take down these rocks. So Taeja playing a little bit more greedy than usual. So it looks like after he gets cheesed one game, his thought is, well, you won't cheese me twice in a row, will you? And we have these queens now going to be going out to put tumors. It looks like they're just waiting on energy. Will they do another inject? Queens are about to hatch. It looks like he will let a little time sit on his hatch to favor getting tumors out early on, and this can prevent himself from getting contained by Hellions as much. And the one queen laser tumor, now she's walking her way down here. This one queen gonna put a tumor out, and queen's now coming out to inject on those hatches. Not much time lost. We do have double gases at 530, aka around 45 supply. And this one Overlord getting in position to see the third base, and this is actually going to be good for Coca, as he will see when this command center does take it, as it should be relatively early unless Taeja just uses it as like a macro command for more mules, more SCVs. This one Overlord will be sacrificing his life as soon as he realizes there's no mules coming out. Only 4 Marines now, putting on some pressure by Taeja. This is a little bit risky, but then again, Taeja did get the scout off on Coca, saw the spawning pool without any gases, so he knows, okay, my Marines, they should have a way to escape. Coca right now going for that gas expand where you just get a lot of drones and queens and spine claws to defend. So there should be no threat to these 4 Marines, despite this being the only thing Taeja has out of the map. Still relatively safe, not the safest move in the book, as Coca has thrown in cheese after pulling all his drones off of gas in the past. Doesn't mean he can't get gas immediately after the pull. Go a little bit before 45 to get for a quick speed, but that's not what's happening. Looks like we do have a bunker being placed at this third base. Taeja, will he use a scan this early in the game to take out these tumors? And Coco right now getting double Evo chambers with the Spine Cola. 7 minutes does hit. And he's like, okay, what do you have going on in your base? And the command center does lift off. And it's just moving away, so there's no chance that Overlord sees that command center. Probably saw these reactors on the barracks and the E-base. Actually, he doesn't notice reactors. It could be tech labs, but most likely it would have been reactors. So he actually sees one of those. Can't see this command center because it already lifted off, but the joke's on Taeja yet again. There's a second Overlord just waiting and watching this expo timing. So as soon as an SCV comes here, the Overlord should see the SCVs mining. And it looks like we do have a battle between the SCV and the drone. Will the SCV actually get the kill? It's going to be close. No, it won't. SCV is going to be going into his bunker. And now he can just salvage this bunker, get a lot of money back when Taeja does build those links to take it out and forces Coca. I think I said when Taeja build those links. When Coca to build those links to take it out. Sorry, guys. I hate when they have Korean in the name. It just confuses me sometimes. But anyways, we do have a lot of links built to take out this one bunker. SCV will hightail it out so we can salvage this. Will the SCV get off for repair? No, he won't. Will the bunker finish? No, it won't. And that SCV does fall as well. That speed is done for those links. Third base is being built. But we do have Taeja with his third base already done. That work account is 48 SCVs, 260 drones. And we do have Coca right now going for Muta play as that Spire is being built. There we go. There goes the Spire. And looks like links are getting set up to do a little bit of a run by. Taeja hasn't taken out these rocks yet, so these 3 SCVs and Mule are definitely vulnerable right now. SCV is going to get taken out. And now 2 are going to chase this one Mule. Well, he doesn't have to kill the Mule anymore. It will kill itself. Gets the 4th SCV, and actually a 5th one does pop out. Lings are going to go, try to take that out, decide it is not a good idea. Retreat with their lives. So far, he has killed 4 SCVs off, but Taeja is building them 3 at a time. And with that Spire just completing, we will have Mutas. Mutas are generally okay on Ohana, just because the bases are relatively far apart. When you go on your 4th base, you really start spreading yourself thin. Need to defend Mutas with just missile turrets. If you get enough Mutas, missile turrets don't really become an issue. So Mutas can work out on this map. Generally, I still do favor Infestors because Infestors are so strong. We can see Coco right now spreading that creep, has a lot of active tumors out. It looks like he is going to be setting up to do a little bit of an attack. Just Marines right now to defend against the... Oh my god, that's a lot of Banelings morphing in. 23 Banelings. That is 575 gas he just used in Banelings, I think. Maybe my calculation's wrong. I should not do math while casting. But meanwhile, this is a lot of gas. Prevents a lot of Mutas from coming out. So it's odd that he builds this many Banelings after the... getting the Spire. Maybe he saw it was just Marines, no tanks, and he's like, okay, there's 49 Marines to my 27 Banelings. Let's go for this. 65 SCVs, so keep in mind, a lot will be falling. That is a lot of Banelings. And Taeja with some beautiful mic right now, fanning out those Marines, but there's just so many Banelings. There's not enough Marines to take out all these Banelings. This could be a kill move right now. Gets into that middle line, killing off almost every single SCV at the natural. And this third base is looking a little bit bare. This Ling is going to town on some SCVs. Gets one more kill. Now the SCVs are revolting to try to pick off this one Ling. And now place your bets on how many SCVs fell. I'm going to guess 20. 33 SCVs fell. Oh my god. Keep in mind there were some 60 SCVs. So he's still around 43 Harvesters. So still relatively high in workers. That is a good thing for Taeja. Taeja's still close in supply, but Coca, he is going to be taking his 4th base relatively soon because Taeja can't really move out on the map with just these Marines. One, there's the possibility of Banelings. Also, do we have Mutas being built yet? No, it doesn't look like he has. No, he has 8 Mutas out. Don't know where they are. Here we go. They are with the army. Marines are going to be moving out, but there's Banelings, Lings, and Mutas here to clean up these Marines. Now Coca is going to be taking his 4th base, and it's looking very grim for Taeja right now. But it is easy to defend on 3 bases. He can total up to 200, and pray that Coca cannot defend him right now, because Coca has all the freedom to expand. If I was him, I may be thinking about a double expo right now, just because he knows Taeja can't move out. He's got to regroup and rebuild his units. He just killed a lot, but instead, He's building even more Banelings. These mutas are going to go in, harass this main base, pull the Marines back home, and these Banelings and Lings want to do a run-by. Already a missile out, so this mutas going to be falling back and pick off one Marine, and now going to get off this one tank. This is such good play by Coca, not really massing those mutas, just building 8 and saying 8 is enough. And now the mutas are going to be coming in to, looks like, pick off this combat shields upgrade. It is so close to finishing. 104 out of 110, 106, 107 out of 110. 3 game seconds away from being complete. Oddly enough, Coca didn't go for the run, but you saw a lot of Marines were pulled back. Those tanks were not in siege, so this base could have went down to a Ling run by. Now Coca wants to go in for it. Marines are falling back. There are Banelings here, but there's plenty of tanks. 2 tanks up on that high ground. Going to be target firing these Banelings down with those tanks. Lots of Banelings already falling. Taeja now spreading his Marines like a boss. He is working on his +3 weapons upgrade, so those mutas not going to be too effective against these Marines, especially when they have medevacs healing. And now the mutas have to retreat. Marines hop out of that bunker, pick off 2 more Banelings. Very beautiful play by Taeja right now. More Banelings morphing in from Coca. He is not done with his aggression. He did kill those tanks, so Banelings again will be very effective. We do have a Thor out for Taeja to defend against the mutas, and his Marines are going to be at 3-3, and his mutas are at 0 upgrades, so it's pretty much a Marine kills a muta. Or maybe 2 Marines will kill a muta easily. 4th base now getting drones on it, going into the workers kill. Taeja hasn't killed a single one, and Coca has killed 34 workers. Muta's going to come in, pick off a few more Marines. Just look at what's going on. You can see the combat shield just started. The Thor is coming out, going to get a volley off on all those Mutas. And now Lings and Banelings coming in. Thor falling back to that tank line and going to be saving himself for a little bit. But the Lings do burst through, and here we go. The Marines have to fan out yet again. Keep in mind that drop was moving out, and it is still queued up to go off in the main base as Taeja does split all of his units. Here we go, the drop landing in. Going to be picking off one Overlord immediately. Now going to be going over to this extractor. Looks like Taeja now going to be starting to micro this, taking out all the workers on gas. Looks like he's got about 6, 7, 8 workers, possibly 9 workers. Relatively close. Now he's going to be going for this spawning pool. But there are Lings and Queens to defend that. One Queen does go down. That second Queen gets microwaved with 8 HP. Very nice job out of Coca keeping that one Queen alive. She has 125 energy, and that will be vital to keep both of these hatches alive. And the Muta's going to pick off that one medevac. Marines moving on out. Coca morphing in. A lot of Banelings yet again. 19 Banelings. Coca really loves these Banelings, and he's an extremely aggressive Zerg, just like he was back in the GSL. Going into the workers, 66 SCVs, 270 drones. So Taeja, despite losing those 30 workers, it looks like that hasn't really phased him one bit. Ahead in the supply, and those workers about even. Going into the loss tab, you can see that Coca has lost more than Taeja. All these suicidal attacks not doing it for him. Instead of doing these constantly, it may be wiser for him to just take a 5th base, because 4 bases against 3 bases isn't really that big of an advantage for Zerg play. You really want to be on 5 bases if you can against just 3. And we do have this one medevac moving out. This one Ling is going to come. Will not get to see the medevac. Only if he moved a little bit further would he have gotten to see that. We have now the 5th base being built as Taeja does move out. Going to start cleaning up that creep, because at 18 minutes it is beyond halfway. Spreading out those Marines to absorb some of those Banelings. Here we go. Marine drop going to be going over into the 4th base right now. And they will be picking off this one Queen. The Spine Crawler will be next. Ling's now coming in. And those Marines going to be going back in the medevac. Wait, they can't because Mutas are out. And those Mutas would clean up those Marines. So, clean up the medevac. Spore Crawler does not get that. The Mutas do steal that medevac out. You can see 0 kills on that. Taeja, though, looking like he wants to take his 4th base. Going to be floating that command center on over. Does throw a scan because in Game 1, Baneling Bombs were the bane of his existence. So he doesn't want to get hit by Baneling Bombs yet again. And now it looks like that 4th base is going to be taken, but there are Lings, Banelings waiting for this, so it doesn't look like this will be able to land. Looks like the Lings are going to go in for a little bit of a run by. Plenty of units there. The Lings now going to be falling back. Maybe harass this one base. Wait, it can't land again because there is that Burling, and he's going to be coming back. That is a lot more SCVs waiting to be taken out. We do have now Coca going to be going back for that SCV line, and does burrow 3 Banelings. I didn't miss it this time. 3 Banelings do burrow in the midst of all this aggression. And he's just baiting those units back there now with those Lings. And here we go. A lot of Marines about to fall. Oh my god, so many Marines. did just fall right there. We still have that one birdling. Skin does go down to take that Ling out, and here we go. Taeja will finally be going on his 4th base, but Coca up on 5 bases right now. We do have a drop going off, or maybe that's not a drop, maybe just a few Marines that want to put on pressure on this base, but there are 2 spine crawlers. Those Lings do take them out because they are on creep, are spotted, but Taeja now moving in to pick off all this creep. It looks like Lings will be doing a little bit of a run-by, but again, Taeja sees it coming, has units ready. These run-bys not too effective. Lings will be forced to pull back. Banelings explode on those Marines. They are going to be going for this planetary fortress. And will they be able to get it down, or will it cancel and lift up? Meanwhile, Taeja pushing his way on this creep, taking away all of those tumors. Command Center does get killed. And that means Taeja doesn't have a 4th base for some time, but he is doing a double drop right now in both the main and this 5th base. Meanwhile, he has a pressure force right here. Ultras, though, are out. 2-2 upgrades. That chitinous plating not done yet. Do take out 2 tanks. Taeja is pulling back right now while he is going to take out these bases. This one hatch very close. He is chucking down the Baneler's Nest and this hive right now. Meanwhile, Ultra's coming in. These 3 tanks do see it. Get out some nice volleys on those Lings, forcing them to pull back. That one base does end up falling. Coca already trying to rebuild that. Medevac going to be going in to reinforce this one drop in the main. But now that Ultras are here, it looks like he's going to be just pulling on back. And do we have, yeah, we do have Infestors out. They have plenty of energy still. And that will be definitely useful against Taeja. Well, Taeja has 9 medevacs. And when you have 9 medevacs, fungal growth isn't always the best thing. You have to follow it up with Banelings just to get a burst DPS. The sustained DPS from fungal growth isn't enough to kill Marines when there's that many medevacs over top healing them all. We do have the 4th base trying to land yet again, but another Ling is bird. They're just waiting. And these Ultras are going to take out that one Marine on the watchtower. We do have Kindness Plating and 3-3 now done. Greater Spire is almost done. Corruptor's being built, plus 3 mech has started. This base does get canceled. Taeja now going to go into this base, and he is constantly dropping. This is exactly what he has to do to claw his way back in the game. You can see the work account is fine for Taeja, and he is maxed out on supply, ahead in supply. Going to be dropping the main base, finishing the job on that Baneler's Nest. Picks off that one base as well. Now Coca isn't really mining. Taeja doing a magnificent job dropping, and Coca not doing the best job at seeing these drops coming. And it's all because Taeja has taken out all the creep that Coca had spread throughout the first half of this game. Taeja can just move all around this area now without Coca knowing exactly what is going on. And more Banelings are morphing. We do have plus 3 mech just about done. These drops going to be going into this 3rd base. Meanwhile, Marine's dropping yet again. Says, no, 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 you cannot take the 5th base. Stimming up, going to be taking out this base. And at the same time, he wants to go in with these 2 medevacs and do damage to this one base. And there we go. The hatch does get canceled yet again. Taeja now 4 bases to Coca's 4 bases. Oh, actually, Coca's 3 bases, as he can't get a 4th back up. This is just devastating by Taeja. Sporecaller does kill both medevacs. It looks like the medevac not getting away. Both medevacs do go down. These 2 spine crawlers prevent too many losses from happening. Lings will clean up all the Marines, so it looks like Taeja losing everything right there. And Coca will be having Broodlords now. Scan does go down and sees them coming. That could not have been a better scan on these Broods to know, oh, you're getting Broodlords right now. I need to start my Viking production. And it looks like Taeja's main base did float over to this as the PF did get taken out. And Vikings are being produced out of that starport. We do have the 5th base trying to be built yet again, but a handful of units again trying to deny this from ever happening. Lings are coming in. Will this base get taken out? It's going to be really close. Does get canceled, delayed yet again. Now a drop is going to be coming in for this 4th base. Taeja is relentless with these drops, just constantly dropping. And here we go. It looks like Coca has had enough. Going to be going in for the killing blow. We have 9 Infestors. That is enough to fungal the Marines and the Vikings. Will he get them off? Beautiful fungals, and now some Banelings going off. These Ultras doing a massive amount of damage against all the bio underneath. Infestitans are going down. Those Vikings have to get away so they do not go down. This base did get taken out. Coca now, though, going to be taking out the 4th base of Taeja. And there's still Vikings left. These Infestors don't have that much energy. It looks like there's enough for one more fungal, which means these Vikings could kill all these Broodlords if they wanted to. Now the drop going to go over into this third base, but Taeja hasn't had the most luck trying to take this base out. There are 2 spine crawlers, and there's always defense at that third. And there's nothing to really kill this command center, so it does lift up, gets away. We do have Taeja now ready to engage this Omi. Everything is clustered together. And here we go. Taeja's going to start a big flank. Only enough for 1 fungal goes off on this Vikings. Not enough to kill them. Just going to kill off this queen that has energy to transfuse, but can't transfuse herself. So these 3 Vikings are going to kill off the 5 broods, while this Omi does kite those lings and ultras to death. More infestors do come, but again, not enough energy. And there's Vikings doing so much damage. Infestors do burrow, give a fungal on the bio, and now are retreating. And 1 Viking left does pick off the Broodlord. Taeja being so cost efficient right now, losing around 8,000 less than Coca. And it has Marines right here. This Marine is up to 4 kills. Actually, they're both up to 4, it looks like. And now just going to be picking off drones and gas. This is going to lower that Broodlord count. As Coca, he needs gas. So this is lowering his gas by around 110 per minute. And now a Marauder squad is going to come. Marauders do so much DPS abilities. You can see them kiting around, avoiding that lane damage. And here we go. They have stopped. They're going to be trying to take that out. Are they going to stim yet again? Looks like they get it anyways. That 5th base does go down, and Coca not really mining. He's off to 4 patches, so I'm guessing around 450 to 500 minerals per minute. 320 go up to 400. It looks like only 360, so not really mining that much, even less. There we go, going up to 600, 500, but still not mining that much off of those patches. Infestors do get plopped all over these tanks. These infestors have to get out. There's a lot of infestors right here that are going down. There is a missile turret there, and so many infestors are in the red, about to pop. Oh man, Coca just lost a lot of his infestors right there, and he doesn't really have money to reinforce those. Those infestors are trading against the Marines, but you can't really trade units when Terran has a full mining base and you don't have 1. You have 2 mineral patches. So now you're down, actually 1 mineral patch, you're down to like 90 minerals per minute. Wait, what? He's at 720? Maybe he was just returning a lot of drones at that period of time because he is long distance mining. So he will have those mineral spikes. We can go right now, 200, 180, so we'll have mineral spikes because of long distance mining, and this base gets canceled yet again. And Coca doesn't have enough money to rebuild that base, and that is bad news. He's got to make it work with these lings and infestors and whatever lings he has built beyond this. But keep in mind, Taeja, he's mining happily. He has plenty of energy on this command center. On this one as well, can land down mules if all his SCVs die. He is always going to be mining more than Coca at this point in the game. We do have infested Terrans coming down. Infestors now going to be burrowing to back on off. Those infested Terrans going to be doing quite a bit of damage. But again, Taeja can rebuild. Coca cannot rebuild. And this is definitely going to be the thorn, the straw that broke the camel's back. Is killing all these bases constantly with these drops from Taeja. Taeja is just relentless with this bio play. You can see those drones now going to be taken out, and all those Marines do fall. Taeja picking off that 1 ling on the watchtower. And this 1 small group may be enough to finish the game right here. 80 supply, 266 supply. There are a lot of infestors, but they don't have enough for fungal growth. Drones now in with the fight. That 1 tank getting drone kills, and those Marines do get surrounded. Infestors are coming out. Medevacs, though, there's like a medevac per Marine at this point to heal them all up. You can see these Marines just not dying, not taking damage. GG calls Coca. Taeja will be taking the series 1-2 right now. Well, he's not taking it. He's bringing the series to 1-2. It is a BO7. Coca needs to go up 2 wins. Taeja has to win 3 more times. But we go into SE2 gears really quickly. And looking at this game, we see, hold on 1 second, there we go. In this, go to 10 minutes. We do have an 8.8 second inject gap, and he had the queens out, so he did miss out on some injects, but keep in mind, like right here, he did do a tumor, I believe it was, and when he did that, his queens were idle for just a little bit, so he does have breaks in his injects, but those are planned. But let's go into the APM tab because I did learn this cool trick. So I'm going to go into this and let's look at how much he selects his queens. So now this kind of shows you the APM it takes for them to always look at their queens. We can look at them selecting their hatch as well. And he doesn't know. Well, that's really low. That can't be right. That can't be. Leia? I don't know. That has to be wrong. Forget I said that, but the queens worked. The queens looked pretty cool. And then you can look at Marine. All this stuff to Micro's Marines that you can do train. Let's take this actually out of zoom. There we go, all in one. Train Marine, that's all the Micro on his building Marines. Then you can take it out, and this is his Marine Micro with training and building. You can filter out the trains. And this is his Marine Micro right here. Pretty cool stuff. But let's go into the builds tech. And trains, let's clear filters. Let's put train SCV. And we can see one small gap right here. One small gap right here. And one really minor one right here. Let's go to the Marines. And this one gap actually translates into Marines as well. So I wonder what Taeja was doing in this area. So we'll be going over into the builds tech stat. Put on units, buildings, research. So not really doing all that much. Oh wait, I have filters on. So, oh, he uses a supply drop right there. Yeah, so he was supply capped at 731. It looks like around that time. I think that's when I saw the supply. I don't know why I said 731. Yeah, it's not 731. It's 736. 736 he does get supply capped. But anyways, let's look at ability groups. We do see late game 94 stims, 21 fungals, 162 banelings morphed going into the units, 404 marines, 337 lings, and that will be it for this game. We will be going into game number 4 very shortly.